Yvonne of Amaze Yourself, and we help driven CEOs and business owners who are eager to grow their business, to scale it to the next level, but do so in less time and making more money. And today is a very special day because I have two amazing guests in the Be the CEO of Your Life live show. And I'm very excited about that. Dan, welcome.
Thank you.
Would you please introduce yourself to the people watching?
Hi, my name is Dan Luceralli. I own Indie Sign Factory in Indianapolis, Indiana, United States of America.
Excellent, thank you. And then something extra special is here because we also have Heather. Heather, can you introduce yourself to the people watching?
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Heather A. Kolar. I am the founding managing partner of the Heather A. Kolar Agency, and I'm checking in from Bridgewater, New Jersey today.
Love that. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a different setup. So I would love if you're watching us live, make some comments here. And then the first question I want to ask you, because I know you are living this, what's the best thing to do if you want to scale your business?
Well, I would say the best thing to do if you want to scale your business, other than spending time with Yvonne, really is to try and focus your efforts on the business, meaning the strategic things that you have to do to scale versus in your business, which is doing the day-to-day things that you really should be delegating to others.
I like that.
I agree.
And I think you're doing it very well, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
You are doing that very well.
I'm trying.
Trying. Yeah, you just mentioned, Dan, that you're also pursuing some extra talent in your firm to help you do that for people to actually work in the business so you can work on it. So
Yes.
kudos to you to that, because that's not always easy, right? To be able to, as a small business owner, hire people and know that you're going to be able to retain them and tell them what to do, right? Create that takes so much time trying to get people up to speed in the work. It really is a huge challenge. So
Yeah, the challenge really is for small business especially, trying to find the right person, because the business is so small that they have such a huge impact on the culture, what they're doing, teamwork, those kinds of things. So in a lot of respects, it's a lot harder for a small business than something that's a lot larger.
yeah, absolutely. But we don't want to own our jobs, right? We didn't go into business to own our jobs. So tell me a little bit. We're so curious. What is it? Why did you choose to work with Yvonne and enroll in the GSDC club? And I'll let you tell the people what that really is.
Well, the Get Stuff Done Club, I spell it STUFF. Yvonne spells it with four letters, starting with an S. Really is about helping me as a entrepreneur be accountable to myself and more accountable to myself. When I was in the
Accountability.
corporate world, I had lots of folks who were more than happy to hold me accountable for the things that I do
Right.
and the things that I achieved. But when I started my own business, it's really difficult to talk to those folks, because I answer to myself. So I really needed somebody to answer to and to help me understand that my goals need to be achieved and I need to stay on track for them.
That's so true, right? And it kind of sounds silly, like we're all grown adults, we have our businesses, we're growing in our businesses, but we want someone to tell us what to do. It's not really telling us what to do. It's the key word that you said, Dan, which is accountability, right? Everyone needs someone to be accountable to. So that is awesome. Yvonne, what is it that you love best about working with Dan?
Well, he makes me laugh a lot. Um, I think that's one of the fun things about the Get Shit Done Club. I'm just gonna
I think
say,
that's what people say. I need to get shit done, period. And I'm guessing that's why you called it that.
yeah, I must say because I wanted to change the name. I didn't want to curse, and then people who I discuss it with constantly said, "Oh, you mean getting more shit done?" Yeah, I get that. So that's why it's called like that. But what I love about Dan is, he's really working through the goals that he's setting. He's really working on them. Well, maybe besides the workouts, but everything else he's truly, truly doing. And I just love it when people take their business seriously and really work to make it happen. And that's what I've seen with Dan. It's really growing, and that's the best feeling ever.
Right. It's very fulfilling and he makes you laugh. So that's awesome. So Dan, tell us a little bit about before working with Yvonne and the biggest differences that you've seen since working with her. Of course, rooted in accountability, but what kind of material differences have you really experienced?
The material differences really are in goals. And the material differences really are on what I'm going to call strategic goals. Right now, the stage of my business really is in tactical mode. But in order for me to scale, I have to spend time on strategic. And sometimes I lose sight of that because of all of the tactical day to day decisions that me as a small business owner has to make. So Yvonne is a really good reminder to me that, hey, you got to think about the big picture stuff. Got to do the tactical day to day, but you really have to think about the big picture stuff because on your business will help you scale faster than in.
Absolutely. I fully agree with that. And so, Yvonne, tell us a little bit about GSDC Club. How is it structured? Just tell us all about it for anyone who is, we're coming to the end of August, the end of summer. People have a lot of pressure. It is a rebirth season about to happen. Tell us why GSDC is so critical right now by telling us what it's about.
Sure, the Get Shit Done Club is an amazing. It's like a mastermind where we gather every week. It's a very small group, so there are no more than 4 people in it, which really helps because, as we all know, sometimes it's quite lonely as a business owner, and sometimes you go through ups, which are amazing to celebrate together, but you also experience downs, and it's also very nice to have someone to talk to that actually understands what you're going through. And because you meet week in, week out, you really get to know each other well. You're able to give advice to each other, and sometimes you bring a fresh perspective that that person didn't see. But the best thing actually is that you set goals. You always set a goal for 6 months out. It's like the high, the big audacious goal.
Audacious
Sometimes
goal.
we call audacious a bit different, but then we'll tell you what we call it. And then we cut it down on weekly so that you actually know for the next 45 days, this is what I'm focusing on. And that's the whole point. We make it easily achievable. And because we hold you accountable, you do achieve it. And sometimes you also recognize that you need to step it up or you need to refocus a bit because what you're doing isn't getting you the results. And yeah, it works. The clients have the most
I
amazing.
know it does. It sounds similar to how you and I have worked together, which has been in the CEO plan. And, I'll tell people 1,000 times that through that process that you have, not only has it forced me to be accountable, but the clarity, right? In taking the vision that I have for my businesses, breaking them down into small pieces, organizing them, prioritizing them, saying, okay, these have to come first. Yes, I really want to do this, but in order to do this is where the opportunities are right now that are going to level me up and set me up to win. And we both know that that has fully happened, even though there's challenges, but it has fully happened. And both of my companies now are in full growth mode. So I can fully attest to what Dan is saying about being accountable, having someone who can hold your vision, and help you to really put a plan together that's going to make you achieve your goals one after the other, maybe adjust, maybe remove, maybe replace. It's just so priceless. And it is very lonely being a CEO or managing partner because you have to always have the answers and sometimes we don't. That's the bottom line. Sometimes we don't. Um, So Dan, we're at the end of August. What are you most excited for? Because I know working with Yvonne, you're still in the thick of 2023, right? And you've been achieving your goals by working with her. What are you most excited for the next 4 months? How do you see yourself finishing off 2023?
Well, I had some goals in terms of scaling my business for 2023. I've had a little bit of setback because of the hiring issue that I've had. But what I'm most excited about is I'm almost at the end of the process of adding some resources to my company so that I can start doing the kinds of things that Yvonne and I have been talking about.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And Yvonne, what about you? What are you most excited for the remaining 4 months of 2023?
Well, I'm excited to work with my clients, and I'm offering something new, which is coming in September, that I'm really excited about. It's called the CEO Plan Accelerator. And it's a 3-day get together where people can already start to strategize and make sure that all the goals they set at the beginning of the year, they revive them and they make them come true by the end of 2023. That's what I'm really excited about.
Oh, I'm excited about that too because, in my experience working with you, 4 months, a lot can happen in 4 months, people. Trust me, a lot can happen in 4 months working with Yvonne. And so, yes, she's asking everyone if you're one of these people that you still would love to crush 2023, comment the word crush so you can be one of the first people to receive an invitation to apply for this program. It is for serious business owners, people who are really who are really ready to take action, which you can see both Dan and myself, and I know many others who are Yvonne's clients. It's like you get to the point and you're like, I gotta change, I gotta level up, I gotta scale, and Yvonne is definitely that person to do it. So why don't we both all maybe answer the last question and I'll go last, but what are you most excited for? We'll start with Yvonne for 2024.
2024 is just going to be an amazing year. I've got many plans to help more clients in better ways. And I'm partnering up with an amazing company as well. So for me,
You are, yes,
it's going to be
congratulations.
great. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet, baby. Champagne time.
for sure. A lot
Yeah,
of champagne. Yeah.
awesome, awesome, fantastic. And what about you, Dan?
For 2024, it's going to be nice to actually have some resources so that I can focus on strategy rather than execution.
Yeah.
That will let me scale better.
Let you scale better. Absolutely. And I think that plays directly into what I'm most excited about, which is I have also brought someone onto my team working with Yvonne. I had my third cohort of interns that I work with from the City University of New York, which they've all been phenomenal. But through my work with Yvonne, I actually was able to make this last cohort who completed the summer internship on Friday that just passed. They actually were able to get in, get up and running, make an impact, get a great internship experience, but make a significant impact on the business. And that's hard, right? It's hard to bring them in, get them up to date, make sure you're giving them, but also make them, the first two, I was like, well, I taught them a lot, but I don't know what they really did for the business, right? I just made sure they had a great experience. But working with Yvonne, it's better now to actually, I feel very confident that I can onboard someone, train them, and get them going so that they're actually impacting the business. What I'm super excited for 2024 is that I'm going into the year with momentum, with a clear strategy and vision, which last year, I mean, that's when we first started working together, which was in December 2022. I had a vision, but there wasn't enough clarity. Right. And there was stop and go momentum. And now I just feel like we're on full throttle. So thank you, Yvonne. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be working with you.
You're so welcome. Thank you both for coming today. I am excited to see how you both are going to crush 2024 and the rest of 2000.
Yeah, crush it. Put the word crush in the comments.
Yeah,
Find out what we know. You need the special sauce that Yvonne has. It tastes like champagne.
I like that a lot. Okay, Dan, thank you so much. Heather, thank you. And for everybody who's been watching, thank you for being here. And I'd love to see you at the same time, same